messing up. That's fine though. Okay, we're here and we're live. So everybody, happy Taco Tuesday. Really excited to dive into this topic because most people don't understand it. And so I would really want to make this clear. I'm going to try to get my screenshot picture here.
Woo! Take the pick and flick the.
Okay, hopefully like this. Okay, it should be long enough to get my screenshot. Okay, so what I'm going to talk about, and there's a few people that need to be on here that said they're going to be on here that need to hear this. But I post these. This is on Instagram, Facebook, LinkedIn, and YouTube. So any of those places that you can see these videos. Obviously, if you're watching Instagram, go back on Instagram and watch it and send it to people, because this shit right here, somebody else is going to charge you $10,000. They're going to say swipe up and pay for my program, and I'm going to teach you how to underwrite your deals. Okay, and I'm going to teach you for free right here, and you can Venmo me $10,000 if you'd like. Okay, so this is right here, very simple real estate purchase and sale agreement. Okay, so in simple terms, this is how you virtually wholesale from anywhere. Okay, so I'm going to show you my exact verbiage and my exact contracts and agreements that I use every single day to virtually lock up deals and take them to close and get paid money so I can pay for my stupid ass apartment that costs too much. Okay? That's how this happens. Okay, so real estate, I'm gonna show these guys over here. My laptop camera's a little fuzzy. What's up, Tanner? Tanner baby on here. Tanner's on here showing out, bro. Ray, one of the Rayburns got to get on here every night. Shit. Okay, so I got my purchase agreement here. It's a 2-page purchase agreement. Okay, so Trent's next to me, and Trent what's your, like a T9 form? T9, is that what you use?
We use a Florida form or as is contract.
Okay, so Trent's way smarter than I am. Ask him for realtor shit, because he does like real contracts. But this is for wholesaling only. This is only for pretty much a signing, and you can take this down yourself. You can use this agreement to literally buy a building or a house, a single family house or a multifamily property, or building anything. You can literally take down properties by using this contract, this agreement. Okay, and I'm going to show you why. So this is real estate purchase and sale agreement, and we use this in North Carolina. North Carolina is where all of our deals are. I'm in Florida. I'm in Tampa. You guys know that, but we do business in North Carolina. So I virtually flip houses without touching them, flipping the contracts, wholesaling them every single day. And this is how we do it. Okay, so real estate sale and purchase and sale agreement. 2-page purchase agreement, very simple. Right here, this is the seller. This is the homeowner. Try to get these guys over here. This is the homeowner. This is the seller. Okay, and then this is us, the buyer. Okay, so on paper here, okay, this is the paper on contract. I am the buyer. Okay, so our LLC, as you can see here, our LLC, I don't want to show you these guys so you don't F up our deals. So, but there's our LLC. Okay, so our LLC goes under buyer because we are the buyer. And it is a good thing. I'm messing up my contracts, so I need to make more copies. But it's a really good thing. Okay, so when you need to find that's the seller, that's the homeowner. So I have other videos that talk about buying data, working leads, getting leads on the phone. This is just for contracts, but when you're getting a deal under agreement, under contract, when you're locking up a deal, here's the seller. Okay, seller's homeowner, but you need to look up this on GIS. Okay, whatever county that it's in. I live in Hillsborough County, but I work mostly. Mecklenburg County is Charlotte, Forsyth County, Alamance County, Guilford County. Those are all the primary North Carolina counties I work, as well as Wake County and Durham County. So that's Raleigh, Durham area. Wilmington and Wilmington Beach is New Hanover County or Onslow County, and Jacksonville, North Carolina, which is also Onslow County, I think. Anyways, so I look up GIS data because you need to know the official homeowner, who is actually on the deed, who's actually on the title of the house. Because this guy might go by Johnny, and Johnny might be ready to sell you his house and go under contract for a wholesale deal. But Johnny, one, might not be his real name, and number two, Johnny might not actually be on the deed of the house, or Johnny might have somebody else, like a wife or a spouse or a sibling or another heir, on the deed for the house. So you need to look that up on county GIS data. So I live in Hillsborough County, but whatever county that address is in, Miami-Dade County, whatever, look up that address in the GIS data. So type in the county, Miami-Dade County GIS data. Just Google it and it should come up. So the GIS data set is really important. It's going to give you all the official, or pretty much official, pretty much accurate county information that the county records show. The county records are going to show you who the actual homeowner is and who would need to sign off on this property if it was going to, if the transaction was going to take place, if a sale is going to take place. That's what would happen here. So look up the buyer, look up the seller's information on GIS data, look at that property on the county GIS data, and make sure you have everybody on here and make sure all these people, all parties sign. So if it's Johnny, okay, let's say John. Let's say John is the seller, okay, and John is married. But you go on the GIS data and you're like, okay, only John. John is the only name on here, but he's married. If he's married, his wife, his partner, his spouse also needs to go on here as a seller because they're legally married, okay? Now we're gonna move to, buyer. Okay, so buyer is us. Okay, so buyer is me. Buyer is us, our LLC. Because on paper here, we are buying it and we are the buyer. Okay, so we are buyer. So this is going to the buyer, us, which is our LLC, or heirs, successors, administrators, and or assignees to the property. Okay, so we can buy this ourselves. So let's say this just happened. We say we have a 5-unit property. It's a 5-plex. So it's 5 units, boom, 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 in a row in a little building. So we get that under contract with this agreement, with this real estate purchase and sale agreement. We can either buy the property and purchase the property and take it down ourselves. We can personally take ownership of the property by providing funds, obviously cash, private money, hard money, whatever. We can purchase this property in our LLC if we'd like and fully have the ownership, or assign the contract. You're going to take the contract. Actually, this is what I was going to talk about next, is the assignment contract. So you're literally either going to buy the property yourself in your LLC, okay, buyer and the property address, for whatever price you agree on, the seller and buyer, okay, the seller you're talking to, and the buyer, you, which is whatever, me. I'm the buyer, okay, I buy the property in my LLC, or I assign it to another buyer, okay? So I can either take this property down myself and buy this property myself, or I can assign the contract to another investor or another buyer that would rather would a lot more than I do, want that property, want to actually invest in that property, either hold it as a rental or flip it. So I get properties under contract on paper. Okay, this is making sense to anybody. I get these properties under contract and then I assign the contract to another investor. So I'm an investor and I make money because I get off-market properties. I lock them up under this contract on this piece of paper with my closing attorney, with the law enforcers, lawyers, attorneys. I get properties at 60% market value on these pieces of paper. And then I basically sell this piece of paper. I sell the contract. I sell because I put in the work. Let's say I get a house for $100,000 on contract here. I'm going to then resell the contract, resell the property, sell the property, assign the contract to a buyer, to an investor at about 80% market value. So I get the house, I get the property, the single family, multifamily property, or even lots. I do land. I was working on a land deal today. So I get the properties under contract. I get get deals at 50, 60% market value. Crazy as fuck. Okay. And then I sell them to investors at 80% market value. That investor that is going to either fix and flip the house in the market or hold that property as a rental property. So I resell to them. So I get the property at 60% market value on this piece of paper. I assign the contract. I assign the property. I assign the house and basically sell the contract to another investor, to another buyer at 80% market value so that they can still have room to make money. So I can get the house for $50,000. I can sell the house on paper for $80,000 to the next buyer, to the investor. That investor, that buyer, that flipper, that guy or gal can then sell my property sell that property. I sold it to them for $80,000 after I got it on paper for $50,000. Sold it to them for $80,000. Now they can go and sell it for $150,000 after putting in $20,000, $30,000 work into it. Is this starting to click? Is this starting to make any sense? I know it takes some time, and legal shit is hard, and it does take time to learn and really master the law, the real estate law and transactions. Real estate sales and transactions take a lot of work. Okay. And this shit you really have to understand. If you can't understand the law and the legal terms, you cannot do any kind of real estate. You can't be a realtor. You can't be a wholesaler. You can't be an investor. You can't do shit. You need to understand contracts and underwriting and the law, unless you're just rich already and you can just hire people to do everything and you just provide the money. So we'll keep going down here. So like I said, seller is who you're getting under contract with, right? That's the homeowner. The buyer is me. I'm the buyer. I buy this shit on paper. Okay. So I get under contract. Here's the property address. There's the price. Okay. There's the purchase price, the price at which I'm going to purchase this on paper, and the terms here. And then it says closing will take place on or before this date. Okay. So I usually do 3 weeks. This property will close with the Goins law firm, right? So that's the law firm we use in the Triad area in North Carolina. So this property is going to close on this date with this law firm, okay, with your closing attorney, with your local closing attorney is where this is going to close on or before this date. And I put on there on or before 3 weeks from the day the contract's going out. The contract is getting executed. Okay, so if the purchase agreement, I call this purchase agreement. If this purchase agreement, this contract gets signed today, I'm going to, because I did this twice today, I got 2 of these under contract today. If I get this signed today, I'm going to put on here April 12th, which is 3 weeks out, but we can usually close in 2 weeks or less. But I'm just saving my own ass and then some insurance for myself that I'm going to let there be an extra week there in the closing. And there's also, if shit hits the fan and stuff goes downhill and title issues and a lot of bad work that we have to do, a lot of hard stuff with title, with the buyer, with the seller, with whoever. If any of those problems happen, we have an 14-day optional extension in our purchase agreements, in our contracts. Zach, what's up, brother? I'm busting the shit out of North Carolina, bro. I'm telling you, we are tearing North Carolina up and down and sideways. And we just bought half of the state of Georgia data too. So we'll be moving into Georgia, but North Carolina is so good to us. And we have an absolute machine, just cranking deals out of North Carolina because our virtual assistants are phenomenal. Virtual assistants are literally transforming my life every day. Seriously, because we have 2 virtual assistants and they pump 5,000 to 10,000 texts per day. And it takes a lot to do that. A lot of back work, a lot of licensing, registering numbers, buying more phone numbers, buying more phone lines, purchasing more texting platforms. 5 to 10,000 texts per day is how we're doing so many deals because look, at the end of the day, it's a tough business. It's a tough ass business for anything in real estate, especially in wholesaling when the market is super high and inflated. Everybody thinks they're supposed to be millionaires. Everybody thinks their 2-bedroom house in the middle of nowhere is worth $1 million. So with that being said, you have to just crush numbers. And if you just do enough numbers in any real estate business, it is going to fucking happen. And so you just have to keep pushing and pushing and pushing. So I was saying with the contracts, I put 3 weeks out. So I had 2 of these get signed today. So I had 2 properties going to contract today. And I put them 3 weeks out. So today is March 22nd, I think. I put April 12th on both of these contracts today. That's 3 weeks, but we will close before then. We will close usually in about 2 weeks or less on our properties because we only do cash or private money for these deals from our buyers, from our investors that we assign the property to. Okay. So that's right now. That is for the date, obviously, and then your law firm here. My closing attorney goes here, Goins Law Firm, okay? And then well before this, the sellers, okay, so the homeowners and the sellers they already know my closing attorney name. They already know the staff members. I already have them in an email thread with our closing attorneys and with the paralegals, with the team, so that you want sellers, you want homeowners to feel like, like you want them to just be like, just cushiony and nice and just cushiony. Sit back and be like, okay, I feel good and I feel comfy because I already know Cody and his team are going to take care of me because I'm already in communication with the closing attorney. I'm already in communication with the paralegal. All the documents check out. Boom, they already have the closing date. They already have this shit locked. Like they're like, this guy Cody, his operation is tight. Boom, boom, boom. He's got assistants. He's got a team. Got a legal team. Got all this stuff behind him. And so you just want to you're giving the seller, you're giving the homeowner confidence that you're going to take the property to close efficiently and as smoothly as possible. I did get a question from Alex. What's up, Alex? That's a really good question. Do you double close? No, mostly not. 95% of the time, no, we don't double close, but most of the time. We did just double close in Wilmington at Wilmington Beach because the owner, the sellers and the homeowners of that property in Wilmington were a little suspect of us obviously assigning it to a buyer, which is a good friend of ours who was a general contractor. Also, he was a realtor. So anyways, we obviously assigned that one as a wholesale deal because without even touching the property, we made $40,000 on that deal. $40,000 on the assignment fee for that deal. We made 40, and our JV guy actually, Doug, he made 10 off of it. So it was a $50,000 assignment fee. It got split 4 ways, obviously. The JV guy who actually brought us a buyer, he got paid 10. We took 40, and that gets split 3 ways for me. All my profits, all my commissions get split 3 ways. Obviously with my guys, but we mostly do not double close. Sometimes we do, though. To answer your question, we did double close because the seller, the homeowner, was a little suspicious. Like, hey, are you like reselling this? Are you remarketing the property? We said, hey, we're just going to take it down ourselves. And so on paper, by legal terms, by our closing attorney, we took the property down by ourselves by getting transactional lending. I would suggest transactional lending if you are going to double close. We also are going to be double closing on a property, a big property, 9.5 acres in Riverview, Florida, here by Tampa. Which is a deal that was brought to me actually, and glad we could put that together and finally take it to close next month. So yes, double closing, very rarely. We will try not to avoid that because it takes a little more steps. But yeah, transactional lending is great. I can refer some transactional lenders if you need it. But if you don't need it, then don't do it. But practice as you wish. Do your deals as you wish. Wholesale as you wish, but we mostly don't, and it's still very, very successful. Like I said, if there's a special case, a special scenario, occasion where we feel like it would just be best for all parties if we did close on it ourselves, do a double closing, take it down ourselves, do that. It's not the end of the world. It's very doable, and we do have that on our tool belt. So just be flexible, deal to deal, circumstance to circumstance. Every deal is different. You're gonna learn something new. I know I'm talking a while, but I just wanted to get that clear. This is the purchase agreement, and you can go back and rewatch this and share it with people to be like, yo, how the hell do we do these agreements? How the hell do we do these contracts? And how do I wholesale effectively and efficiently and actually make money and not piss people off? We do really good business with really good people because from the start, from the first time I'm talking to this seller, this homeowner that my virtual assistant brought to me, this hot lead that my virtual assistant brought to me, from the time that I have the first call that I get on the phone with them, I am saying, boom, I'm Cody. Me and my partner, Ryan, we buy houses all over. We're buying rental properties. We're buying fix and flips. We close with the Goins Law Firm. We close in 2 weeks. We do cash or private money. We close in 10 to 14 days with the Goins Law Firm. At the Goins Law Firm is Jennifer. Jennifer is who you're going to see most on the emails. Her assistant is Corinne, okay? And then they all report to Kelly, who Kelly owns the building. Her and her husband own the law firm. And so that is who you're going to be working with, who you're going to be seeing. How does that sound? And they're like, oh, this guy knows what he's doing. This actually makes sense. And I actually feel good. Like I'm going to be taken care of by signing here and letting go of my property and putting my property for sale and actually, having confidence and trust in this guy over the phone, never seen before. I'm actually 1,000 miles away to take their property to close. So that's all really important. I'm going to wrap it up from there because I know this is 15, 20 minutes in, but this shit is really, really crucial. I didn't even get to the assignment contract, but the regular purchase agreement. Look at that, guys. 1 page, 1.5 page. Like that's it. And we do this and we take properties to close every freaking week. So for me, I need to keep business simple. Keep it super simple, keep it simple as I grow and as I do, deals that are 100 units in apartment deals. No, I won't be using a 2-page purchase agreement, but at the time being, you can make, we've been generating we do generate 5 to 10 deals per month that we're taking to close with a 2-page agreement. So that's why I wanted to show you guys this, and I'll get more into it for sure. But go back, rewatch this, look at the documents. You can literally do line for line, and I'm going to make a free ebook. My free ebook is actually going to have also. I'm going to include my documents in them. I'm going to include my purchase agreement, and I'm also going to include my assignment agreement that I use every single day, every week, to do all of our deals. And yeah, it turns out all right. We've been doing about $100,000 a month in revenue, and just looking to pick that up so that we can all get, a bigger slice of the pie and have some fun. So I appreciate you. If you're on here, I love you. God bless you. You are meant for so much more. You're meant to push more, be greater, fucking go harder, because God wants you to, and I want you to, and humans need us to do better and just to become more, serve more, do more, and because we're capable of it. Because why not? Because why not go faster? Because why not? If you're capable of it and you have the potential, just go. Let's just go. So let's go. Let's grow. Love y'all. Have a good night. I'm going to repost this, rewatch it, share it with your real estate friends. You're like, yo, I'm trying to get in wholesale. I'm trying to make money with my buddy. Send this to your buddy, because this literally explains the contract, the agreements, how to literally legally do real estate, how to legally virtually wholesale from anywhere and take properties to close. That's the biggest thing, man. No Lambos, no watches, no bullshit. Anybody can bullshit you, but contracts don't lie. Contracts and your closing attorney's files did not lie. Okay, so just remember that. Peace.